Today, I'm out here, I'm going to do a field review on the Gary Wines design Bushcrafter knife. LtWright is making these handcrafted knives. Very sweet knife. Can't wait to test it out. What I'm going to do today is make a live trap. Primitive live trap for catching birds, squirrels, and so on. And I'm going to do it with just this knife, and that will put it through its paces, and then we'll see how it performs after that's all done. What I'm going to have to do right now is this here, as you can see, it's a fallen tree. It's still somewhat alive, but I'm going to trim off the branches. I'm going to leave the core alone. So this is basically pruning a tree. But, well, we will chop off those. But I need, basically, I'm going to need a bunch. All different sizes and shapes. Well, not shapes, but all different sizes. And as you see, that's not straight, so I have to move it around and stuff to make it somewhat usable. So I'm going to trim a whole bunch of these trees, or these limbs, and see how it works. Tell you one thing, the handle is amazing. Just fits in your hand. Very nice. Keep putting them on the ground. I figured this would be a good test for this knife. This knife was never really meant for chopping, and these are, you know, thumb size, but it still gets the job done. Takes a few hits, but it's not really a chopper. Sometimes if I hit it in the same spot, it might help too. I'm going to get a bunch of these done up, and I'll be back. Chose these two right here, these two sticks I'm going to start out with. What I'm going to do is basically take one, they're both about the same length. Figure what I'm going to do is take and make it about twice as long as that stick. So I need two of those. That's that. Now what I have to do is I'll just tie this around this one. Use whatever knot you like. I just do just two, I don't know, overhand knots. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I don't know a whole lot of names of knots. I just do what works. So, I'm going to just tie this on the other side. I went in a couple inches. Now, what I want to do, you see I've got it like this. I tie the other ends the same. down about the same distance of line. So you have like a rectangle kind of thing. Now I'll just bring it up so it's a rectangle and tie this off. There we go. Now when you have it like this, what you're going to do is twist it like that. And that's what you're going to fill in right there. I'll show you how that's done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a smaller trap. This would work, you know, but I want to make it probably like this here, so I'm just going to tighten these up. All you have to do is you leave it twisted like that, and then just pull it up until you get the desired length you want. So what I'm going to do is just pull this up, and you can see how much, you know, tighter it is. I'm going to pull it up even a little bit more until I get what I want. And then after I get it all situated, I'll come back. Okay, I've cleared an area here that I can work a little bit. Now I have it laid out like this here, twisted and such. And now I'm going to start putting these in. What I want to do is feed this in underneath and basically just push it all the way up. Same thing as this one. You push it until it's tight against the string. Now the next one, you're going to put it this way and push that tight against the string. Same thing as the next one. You always just keep these tight against the string at all times. And it's going to move around on you a little bit and stuff. Just tighten it up. Now just put it in underneath and push it tight. And you keep going that way there to build it up. Starting to get a shape there right now. Got to cut myself some more. As you can see, it's forming there pretty well. Just going to finish it off there now. And when it's all finished, I'll come back. This gets pretty tight. But you want enough that, want it tight enough that squirrel or something can't squeeze out through. So you don't want any bigger than finger size in here. Otherwise, an animal may squeeze through. Want some pretty good cordage as well. Otherwise it'd just snap on you. So I'll put a couple more in here, but you can see how it is. There's the live trap there. So you can see you've got basically 1/2 inch gaps here. And most critters are not going to get out through that. Top's all closed off. All you do is just keep weaving and weaving until you finish it off. It's pretty simple. Now we're going to fashion a trigger for this. Okay, I just went and got a stick like this here. Nice and straight down through here. One little branch out this way. It's going to be my bait stick. This is going to be a modified peg trap. Put it on here. What I want to do is put a V-notch in the back here. This is where the scandies shine, you know, for carving and such, and getting deep into wood. Now I've got that V-notched right to the center. I'm going to split this right down the center. Now this sometimes works great, other times not so great. Just like that. It's not quite going in right. So, move it back a little bit. Not sure this is still going to work or not. We shall see. Now this here, this part, you just cut off. Doesn't matter. Now this just sits right on like that. We'll see if it'll work. Okay, let's see if we can set this up. You gotta get that just right. See, because this here, normally they pull that out, and that's what actually sets it off. So this is really difficult with that being so flimsy. You got to get it just right. Right there. As you see, this is just too flimsy. And it's way too flimsy. But that's what you do. They would come along, flip this down, and it closes on them. But that's how you make this. That's a modified peg trap. And I just wanted to try the knife out and do a scenario that I would do out here. Now that I've got that tested, let's actually see how the edge is held up. I'm going to baton this now. Not much of a baton, but Go. This here puts a lot of stress on a knife when they start twisting like that. That will tell you if it's a good knife or not. I'm going to keep going. Whenever you baton, you should actually try to find the straightest wood you can find. It's a big knot here as well. Look how straight that is. It's actually, look here, I turned around, and look at that. Look how twisted that is. Crazy. Closing thoughts on the Gary Wines design by LtWright. It held its edge really well. Strikes a ferro rod like crazy. So sharp, basically feels like a skate. You know, it's so sharp. I like it. My hand didn't fatigue at all, no hot spots. Did a lot of work, a lot of notching, a lot of carving, and so on. And it did everything I needed it to do. It's one of those knives that it's handmade, so the quality really, you know, shows in how it works and how it looks. So of course, it's more expensive than your budget knives. But a lot of times, you know, you get what you pay for, and this is a nice knife. It really is. It's something that you can be proud to carry, and it's something that you can pass down. Anyhow, have a good one, and I hope you learned something with the live trap, my peg trap. I did it quickly because I just wanted to show you how it worked. I could have went and found another piece and redone it, but you got the gist. That's all that matters. And it's mostly for this knife. Anyhow, take care, and thanks a lot.